We wanted today to take a few minutes and talk about ingress, egress, the overall traffic map, parking related to the stadium, anticipating what's going to be a great crowd for this game with an 11 o'clock kickoff, gates open at 9 o'clock. There will be Tiger Walk and the Fan Fest going on in the stadium area prior to the event, so we want everyone to come down early, and you're going to hear us say that several more times throughout the course of this. Arrive early, arrive early, arrive early. On protectivestadium.com, we have a number of resources that are going to help attendees and fans coming to the game to work their way into and out of the stadium area for the game and have a great experience. You're going to find maps, road closure maps, parking maps on the stadium website. You're going to find a number of fact or related documents about bag policies, approved items, tailgating information, and importantly, parking information, all on protectivestadium.com. There's an opportunity to pre-purchase parking and most of our parking assets. Again, that's all going to be on the stadium website. Several lots are on sale now. More will be added over the coming days as we run up to next Tuesday. Just encourage everyone to simplify that whole experience of coming into the area, know where you're going to park before you get here. So you're going to have to be able to pre-purchase that parking, know what lot you're going to, be able to get directions about the best way to get into and out of that lot, and know you've got your parking identified. We encourage you to use Waze. All those parking assets, all the parking locations are programmed or available in Waze, can give you turn-by-turn directions that are going to respond to traffic congestion and the road closures that are going on that day. And we have on the maps areas for accessible parking, primarily located in the 22nd Street parking deck that is the red deck on the maps, but there are accessible parking locations that the maps will note in addition to those as well, and have shuttles that provide those accessible needs patrons the ability to get from especially that parking deck on 22nd Street, which is just less than a block south of the stadium, into the stadium to make navigating that last little bit easier. Again, we're going to say, arrive early. Gates will open at 9. Again, the game starts at 11, or actually 11:03, I think someone told me. Again, with the Fan Fest occurring in the uptown area before the game, Tiger Walk early that morning. There's a great opportunity to come down early, enjoy the festivities, get into the stadium, and help with some of the congestion that will inevitably occur on a game that's going to be so popular. And then, would you like to add a few things as well?
Yes, from a traffic standpoint, I'm going to piggyback off you. Arrive early as possible. Please access the protectivestadium.com website. And basically keep the phrase in mind, know before you go. So make sure you know which way you want to go, which parking deck. Please purchase tickets for parking early if need be. We have several decks that are still available, and you can also access the Birmingham Parking Authority decks also, which will be a couple blocks away, but within walking distance of the stadium. There'll be some on-street parking that you'll be able to access. So, but arrive early to get those spots. But we really suggest you to get out there and purchase your tickets for parking early. There's a shuttle that will be leaving from River Chase Galleria and the 280 area. That will arrive at Protective Stadium, I believe, every 20 to 30 minutes. So I would suggest, if you don't want to get into the traffic area, because there will be some traffic, to take those shuttles and arrive at the stadium that way, so you can stay out of traffic.
And just one more time, we'll say, just encourage everyone to, in the planning leading up to the kickoff at 11 o'clock, please work into your plan to arrive early. We're going to keep saying that. As we lead into next Tuesday, arrive early. Especially follow Protective Stadium on your social media platform of choice, whether it's Instagram, Facebook. There's going to be a number, and the website as well, a number of useful information. We call them know before you go advisories. Again, that's clear bag policy, allowed items, all the other helpful hints that are going to help you have your best experience coming down to the stadium, enjoying this fantastic game we're all looking for. Just really pay attention to those know before you go items. And with that, we'll open it up for any questions you may have.
Have you heard from any ride-sharing companies? Are they going to have a lot of drivers available for that day?
Yeah, so we do have some ride share locations that we've prearranged with both Waze and Uber. They are, and I believe this is the correct term, that the area right around the stadium is geofenced, so it's going to drop you off just outside the perimeter. Won't drop you off right at the stadium, but ride sharing opportunities certainly can be a part of the plan and probably should be a part of your plan, of the planning.
Is there a cost for the shuttles from the 280 area and River Chase?
Those shuttles are free.
Those shuttles are free?
Yes.
And do you know where exactly at the River Chase Galleria where people can park?
Go to, if you go to protectivestadium.com, they do list those exact locations for pickup locations, but it is on the website.
And one other thing, you mentioned that is there a shuttle picking up people at the parking area on 22nd Street?
Yeah, so those shuttles that are in place at the accessible parking locations, those are free as well, of course, to move our patrons those last, half block you need to, just to make that trip from your accessible parking location right up to the stadium entrance easier.
For someone that's not going to the game but going to work that morning, any advice for them? Is there somewhere you can go online to see what roads are closed off, anything like that?
Yeah, so all the road closures will be on a map that you kind of see over our shoulder. It's also on the protectivestadium.com website. The nice thing is, in terms of any road closures that would impact people coming into downtown for that Tuesday, most of this is north of 2059, so the impacted area of road closures for those coming to work that day is very limited.
Are you guys excited to have the first Birmingham Bowl at the stadium?
Yeah, I think the entire
Definitely.
community is tremendously excited about this game and this matchup. And then, obviously being able to enjoy it in Protective Stadium, I think is going to be great for the community as well. I think everyone's tremendously excited.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And also, there are going to be shuttles also that night. And this is also on the protective.com website to take people that want to stay in the area to local entertainment districts around the city too. So look for those also for people that just want to stay from Houston, Auburn, that want to see the sights of Birmingham.
Are you guys confident or that your plan will allow for people to have a good time at the Birmingham Bowl?
Yeah,
Yes, definitely. I believe so.
Yeah, I think it's exciting too that you've been able to enjoy this first football season with UAB, got through a very successful, the high school football tournament, and be able to kind of watch and learn, because opening a new venue is a learning experience. So, we've got a few events in now. We've been able to make some adjustments. We're really hopeful that everyone that's going to come down to watch Auburn play Houston is going to have a wonderful time at the stadium. Of course, in the city of Birmingham, we all know, living here, what a great city of Birmingham is, and all the things that those attending the game are going to be able to do in the immediate area, like with the shuttles to move people around. So we think those attending the game and coming to Birmingham, especially if it's their first experience in Birmingham, are going to have a fantastic time.
Well, what do you actually feel like you're going to gain, attraction-wise, having the first Birmingham Bowl in Protective Stadium?
Yeah. Well, this bowl game, the Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl is just a tremendous event for the city of Birmingham. And, being able to have it, in this new stadium, it just adds to that. But the Birmingham, the bowl game's been a tremendous thing for the city of Birmingham for a number of years, and this just adds to that. It's just adds to what we've already experienced.
All right. The plan for parking and traffic, is it really any different from the last couple of UAB games that were there for people who are familiar with the plan for UAB? Is this any different?
Yeah.
Yes, it is different. If you look at the map, there's a couple closures that take the perimeter around the stadium out some. So those streets directly around the stadium would not be accessible versus the UAB game. So yeah, there is some difference, but not much.
And
Yeah.
as far as Tiger Walk, do you know where it will start, the route it will take, what time it will start?
It begins at 8 o'clock. I don't think I'm 100% sure exactly what the route is. I don't know if it's following the UAB walk route or not.
We can follow back up. I'll check with them and see if we can.
Because there's gonna be a ton of people who wanna know that
Yeah.
as soon as they can.
Yeah, begins at 8 o'clock, and we'll make sure that's in all of the things we follow up from this meeting.
Okay, everyone, thanks a lot. Have a good day. And, let's send an email follow-up with the,
Thank you.